Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to On Point Physique Television. I'm Nigel Bratton, this is Nathan Smart, BSN Athlete, Miami Pro.
Apparently.
UK BFF finalist.
Yeah.
Obviously you won Miami Pro this year for the UK. Beyond Genetics Ambassador. New Tech Nutrition.
Yeah, local based company.
And Pro Mixer Ambassador.
Yeah.
So all in all, pretty popular guy.
Doing alright.
Doing alright for himself.
Doing alright, yeah.
So yeah, obviously it's been a phenomenal year this year for you. You picked up your pro card for Miami Pro. Off to Vegas.
Yeah, got sent off as the only UK BSN athlete to represent BSN in Olympia. So yeah, I worked at Olympia, sent over to Vegas, and then road trip down to LA for a few days, as you do.
That's it. So now you're living the athlete high life.
Yeah, I suppose that's the glitz and glamour side to it anyway.
The glitz and glamour, but we're still filming in the kitchen underneath the stairs in the Bristol gym.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, we're doing alright.
Yeah, we're doing alright. So you get the highs and where we are.
The not so highs.
So today we're going to be talking about target setting for you as a trainer and also for your clients. So Nathan's joined me, give as many pointers as he can because he is actually personal training while he's doing all this competition prep around the world now. So Nath, if you can tell me and the viewers a little bit about sort of how you got into the fitness industry, what got you started in the first place?
I think sort of just like everybody is now in the fitness industry, started training at a young age when I left school, and it just sort of progressed from there. Started training 16, 17, 18, and then it sort of just progressed a little bit, and then I went through the sort of defining stage for me was when I went through a bit of a bad breakup. And then I just decided to compete. I wasn't really ready for it.
It's funny how it does that to people.
It's
so really
I just needed that focus, I think.
Yeah.
It just gave me that focus, and I received an email from Body Power, and they said about a competition. I had no idea what to do.
Yeah.
I looked good. Obviously, I looked alright, but I wasn't competition ready. And then I decided to go for it, and then I didn't look back since. And then I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the lifestyle, and that is when I started picking up my sort of PT background, my nutritional background, and just wanted to start helping people. And then it just carried on since then, to be honest. And I just started out with helping the people with their diets, and not obviously charging anyone. I didn't really feel like I justified it to charge anyone. But then once I started doing it for free, I started thinking actually I enjoyed it, and almost like started seeing the success that could come of it, and that's why I loved it, and I just fell in love with it all.
Ah, cool. So obviously you PTing straight out of school.
Enough. Well, I sort of got, as I started competing, I sort of get my background, but I didn't really make the step. I just didn't feel like I had what it took to make the step. So I was sort of balancing my job that I was doing full time and doing the PTing and diet plans and helping people on the side and competing. So it was only probably the last year, January, I made it full time. I actually took the leap and just went for it.
Actually, I might know a little bit about fitness. I
think I might know enough to give people enough knowledge. So I think I was working on a building site for 8 years whilst doing the diet plans on the side until I sort of had enough confidence just to go for it. And just when I thought it was ready, I just made that big move and went for it. I just let it build in the background almost, let it build up, and then when I felt it was ready to launch, I just launched it and it was ready.
Happy days, mate. Happy days.
Yeah.
So obviously at some point you've gone, okay, right, I'm going to go for this.
Yeah.
At what point, I mean, this is quite relative to target setting now, is at what point do you say, right, here's where I want to get to?
Well, the first time I ever competed, when I was in prep, I sat down with a good mate of mine, and we said that what we're going to achieve now and what we're going to achieve in the next year. So from that point, I always had goals, and I was like, I wanted a not necessarily the biggest things, but I wanted a sponsorship. I wanted to make it full time in the fitness industry, and I just wanted to make it as in the social media side as well. And that was like my first goals. And then after a year, I sort of established that I hit those goals, and I set new goals. Yeah. So every year now, I sit down and make sort of 4 or 5 goals, and then just go for like to hit it.
Have you got like a board at home? Do you write it down?
It's not as fun as it seems. It's all locked out there.
It's all locally locked.
But I always find just if you goal set like that, you're set up for the year then, and then, as long as you start hitting short-term goals, you then hit the long-term goals as well then. So
yeah. So January set the goals, or
so
going into off season for you that you set yours?
Obviously, for me, the way I always do it, as I get closer to reaching my own goals this year, I then start thinking about next year's goals. And because you're so motivated, because you're getting so close to end goals, you're then making bigger goals again for next year, because you just want to take the next year into a bigger step again. So yeah, I sort of, a couple of months ago...
Shift your chair around, it's all twisted now.
You're good. Yeah. So yeah, I sat down probably a month ago, a couple of months ago, and started setting next year's goals out. So yeah.
Okay, cool. Happy days. So next year, you got any idea yet?
I don't want to put too much pressure on, but it was always one of my goals to sort of move to America and start building a business over there.
Okay.
Obviously Vegas and LA happened this year, which was amazing, but it just gave me more of a buzz. I want to go and do it even more. So next year, that's probably the big goal for next year. Just go out there and just try and make it really. Just set a business, hopefully just build more business, or generate more interest from business over here and take it over there then, yeah.
Wicked. So, taking it a little bit towards the client side of things as well. Obviously, guys that are just qualifying, they'll learn about their SMART principles. Yeah. I think it ties in quite nicely because we've got Nathan Smart talking about the SMART principle. Have you got your own set of standards?
I've never heard that before.
Never ever. So have you got your own? I mean, the SMART principles are like when people are going through their training, they like talk. This is it. This is the only way you're going to set up your clients' targets. Yeah. You know, personally, I find that not every client's target sort of can be SMART principle.
I was going to say that. It's goals are all relevant to each client. Like everyone's different. I have a range of different clients. With my sort of physique or competitive athletes, I would sit them down and then we sit down and talk about goals as in competitions and what dates we want to do, and then long-term goals. Where do they want to be sort of in a year or two, and where do they want to compete to? So that'd be more so those sort of guys. I've got a few sort of sporting background athletes. So I got a woman who started on at the start of the year, and her goal was just to make it into the first team for the netball squad.
Okay, cool.
So then what we did was like, right, we're going to work on the strength and the CV to do whatever she can to then push on. Yeah. She's now 3 games into the season. She's in the A side, and she's been man of the match throughout the first 3 games.
Not too bad.
So that's slightly different again, but it's just different approaches to each one. And then I've got in my online coaching, I've just got a normal guy, like comes on, wants to get in shape, but he started losing motivation a little bit. He started off really well, and he didn't have the short, long-term and life-term goals. So we sat down and said, let's get your motivation back, and we just said, why don't we just do a photo shoot? Just don't tell anyone, not for social media, not for anyone else's, just for you. Just for you. And then he gave him that drive back again. He just gave him that little bit of motivation that he needed just to get head down and focus again. So
really give him something to work to.
Give him something to work to. And I think there's so many different goals and targets. It just applies to each person really. So, and I think that's where it comes down to the trainer or the coach or the PT, whatever you want to call it, just to then see that and just judge it per client really.
Yeah, that's really good. So sort of set the target, sit down, listen is I think the main
100%,
point.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So,
and it's no set book, there's no textbook for setting goals. Everyone's different, and you just got to learn that everyone's different. Everyone's got different goals in life, and everyone's got different things they want to do.
Not everyone wants to be an athlete.
Exactly. No, 100%. It's a minority who wants to be an athlete. Let's be honest. There's so many people who've got different targets and goals.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are an athlete, really do it. But if you're not an athlete and haven't got the inkling to do it, if you're PT or if you're coaching one of your clients to be an athlete, they are going to hate you all in about 5 minutes flat. It's not going to take long. And they'll be straight down Mackie D's in the queue, ignoring everything you've said because you put them on an athlete's diet.
Yeah, no, that chicken and broccoli life.
It's really fun. Especially when it's frozen still.
There is more to it than that, honestly. There's more to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is more to it.
Yeah, so definitely listen to your clients, listen to what they want to do, because not everyone wants to get to the same place. Your idea of, I think, as a personal trainer, if your idea is that all your clients should look a certain way, you really need start sort of looking at taking it in from a client's point of view. You know, if you went to a trainer and said, look, I want to lose weight, or I just want to get bigger, or I just want to be healthier, or I want more mobility, then you would expect, I think, your trainer to, you know, set you out a program.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Be adaptive, isn't it? There's so many different clients and people want different things. So just be adaptive and don't just like set yourself to, I can only do this. Have a big range of people. I like having a varied range of client base. It keeps it interesting, keeps it fun.
It is. The best group I've enjoyed training the most, right, is the sort of over 50s. It's the group that you wouldn't expect to be as they are, but they're hilarious to train.
And you say that actually because I got a lot of guys in the masters, some are over 50, some aren't, but competing, and I've got quite a lot come on, and I don't know why I've sort of attracted that sort of client base, but I do have a lot competing in the master section, and they give so much hard work and they put so much in there, almost like they got that one last chance. They get that bit
second win.
It's almost a second win. They don't really want to say that because they don't want to offend anyone, but they've got that bit.
I said it, he didn't.
They got that bit between their teeth again, and they just give it everything because they know if it's that last chance to go on stage or the last chance of silverware, they just give it everything.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm backstage with these guys, like they're 50, 45, whatever older, and they're looking better than guys half their age.
Yeah.
And people just look at this remarkable.
Yeah,
definitely.
So the whole element of that process is all up.
It is, and that's what it's
about.
I always say that to them. It's not about age, it's about mindset. And if you want it that bad, you can go for it. And that's the same with fitness. It's what you put in, you get out. Yeah. So it doesn't matter about age, it doesn't matter about genetics, to a certain extent, obviously. But if you put that hard work in, you can get whatever you want out of it.
So with like your clients, like you mentioned earlier, about the drop off that you can get with your clients, how have you found like the best way to sort of kickstart someone back into from losing interest?
Obviously, just keeping it fresh with them. If they're making results, obviously they're going to be a lot more interested. Yeah. But keeping it fresh, and just being there with them, like don't make sure you're chatting to them, and if they're not making results, see why. Like speak to them, look, they're working. Like give them a message halfway through the week. Like, oh, how you doing? How's your week going? And so you hear so many people wouldn't hear from their coaches for like 2 weeks and then you're thinking that's so bad because you've got to put that time and effort into guys. You want to get to know them, and like if you get to know them on a personal basis, that's when you can start seeing why it's going wrong or why it's working, and then that's how you get results. And then just keep it fresh with them. So, and for me, it's a lot about mindset. If you could get into their mindset and make them think positive, they're going to get positive results. So if you can make them believe in themselves, they're going to want to do it. Because some people just don't believe in themselves enough. When they come, like especially when they come to me, if you are, you've been competing, so it's like, I don't think I'm good enough to get on stage. Of course you are. Why don't you think that? So if you can make them believe in themselves, make them envision being on stage, and that's when you get the results.
So what would you sort of say to like everyone gets that vibe? They say, oh, I want a personal trainer, and they go to the personal trainer. What would you like to get out of your training? I don't know. A lot of people just go, I just want to get fit, or I just want to be better, but there's no sort of like better. How do you sort of like?
I always say to people like, what are your goals? So most people come to me with like a sort of. Definitely, I don't know, I suppose because I look a certain way, some people will come to me with their goals in mind, well, I want to add muscle or I want to lose body fat, so it sort of makes your job easier, but I give them a range of options. So do you want to lose weight, or are you trying to add on weight, or are you trying to get healthier, as in, do you want to build your CV up, and do you want to do it through functional training or through weightlifting, and there's so many different options to do that for people.
Yeah, and I think a massive thing for success as well is, I mean, everyone, you have a structure, you have a training program. I think the most important thing about setting your targets initially is making sure that your client's going to enjoy it.
Yeah, 100%. And I get that so much. People they have different coaches and they come on with me and I speak to them, and you want to see what they enjoy. So like I say, well, what foods do you like? What foods don't you like? And obviously diet's not everything, but if you start enjoying your diet, it's gonna make everything a lot easier because
so much easier.
and then like, well, I'm loving my food, and then what happens when you love your food? You love your training because you've got the energy levels there to train, and they're not gonna feel the need to binge eat or like stray off diet because they enjoy the actual meals, and it just all rebounds off that.
Yeah.
So I always give to them say like, what do you like, dislike, what can you eat, can't you eat? Because there's no point giving people food that they don't like or they can eat because they're not going to stick to it. It's simple as that. When they don't stick to the diet, they're either not going to have enough energy, and they're just going to eat crap for the sake of it.
Absolutely. I think one thing I've always said to sort of my clients is here's a carb. Here's some carbs.
Oh yeah.
And they just go, well, I'm losing weight. And I'm like, here's some carbs. Have some chips.
The amount of people as well I get on, they come to me and they're like, right, I want to lose weight. I want to cut and fat. And they say, I'm already on the cut. I say, what's your diet now then? So what are you eating on a daily basis? It's always good to know what they're eating before you start, so you can build that plan off of that, or you know what calories are on. I said, well, I'm already on a cutting diet. And I'm like, but your goal's not to like 5-6 months away. What are you on a cutting diet already? And then they say to me what they're on, and they're sort of eating 1,500 calories a day. And I just sort of hands them right, so what we're going to do, we're going to flip that on its head, we're going to double your calories, and they're going to feel better about themselves, they're going to lose more weight because they're training better.
And is that not the strangest look on something I've found it?
People,
particularly, it's the strangest look.
Yeah.
Eat more.
But they're like, so you're skipping it, look, you've doubled my food. Okay, well, stick to it, see what happens, and then they drop weight, and they just can't get it in their heads that that's how you're meant to do. You're meant to enjoy food. Carbs aren't the enemy, it's just working well with them.
Yeah, too many and sitting down doing nothing.
Yeah, that's when it work. That's when it work. But I suppose that's why they come to us, is that knowledge and giving them that confidence again to start eating and eating the right foods again.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think sort of kicking out that fear of certain food
groups
is
and like
really
that the carbs after dark or whatever. And I always say to people, every time you train, you need to eat after. You need to fuel your body. So many people there train it and but they won't eat or they won't eat carbs after. And it's mad because whatever your body doesn't know what time it is up on the wall. It just needs to train. It needs to refuel. So it's just trying to get people to have that confidence again with food and carbs and know that it can work and it can be your friend again.
Yeah, and I think a big key of sort of keeping your clients on target is building that trust.
Definitely.
Some people just aren't going to listen.
No.
You know,
but if they start seeing results, that's it. You've got that trust in, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And I always think if they then start coming back and they can keep coming back, you know you're doing a good job because they've got that trust in you. So I got a lot of guys or doing their prep. They start doing their preps with me and they do well on the shows or they're happy how they look, and then they're putting their value in their off season, and they start coming in the off season. That's when they know you put the trust there. So it's just getting that repeat clients then, rather than you see people bouncing from coach to coach, and you're just not really getting anywhere.
So, when you're setting your targets with your clients, you're sort of like short term, long term.
I don't know, it's probably just something I read a long time ago, but I always do short term, long term, and life goals. And I think it's important to have all three because once you hit that short term goal, it's so easy to then get lost. But you know, it's like you come off the show and you're like, you've set your whole life to it. So
straight after body power, mate, I was like, what do I do?
I've been that guy. I sat on my bed and I was like, the day after the show, the day after. So what am I doing now? Like, you've got no next goal. So if you have short-term, long-term goals, you're already on to the next term. And like by the time I've even finished my short-term goal, I'm already thinking about my next goal. So you're already in that mindset, just chasing the next goal. So it's always good to have more than one goal to just keep the motivation going down.
I think one thing if you're setting targets for yourself, is you don't have to do it, but I think having some flexibility in those goalposts as well.
Because you're only going to set yourself up for disappointment otherwise. Because if you don't hit your goal, you're going to be like annoyed at yourself, or you can be disappointed at yourself because you didn't hit it. But you've got a little bit of flexibility, and that's life. Like things come up, don't they? So,
absolutely. I mean,
as long as you're not putting your goals off, you're still chasing them. You've got to have a little bit of flexibility. And life's not a straight line. It's so you know for yourself, like you set a goal and then it's like the journey can go off there, then you go off there. And that's life, isn't it?
Like
so
this series, I woke up one morning, I was like,
why
haven't I done that sooner?
Exactly. I've had so many obstacles in life. It comes up with definitely when I'm on prep. It always seems to happen when you're on prep. Probably because I'm always on prep too much. Probably that reason. But life throws up challenges. So if you're not willing to take a diversion in the path, you're never going to make it.
That's it. I think. Absolutely. Yeah. Exactly that. Exactly that.
Pretty nail on the head, isn't it? Like life throws up so many challenges, and the people who don't want it, they'll find a reason to give up. But we say to people, if you want it bad enough, you will get over it. You will get over it.
I think that's what probably I admire, because you're one of the first athletes I think I actually sat down and spoke to. It was Fitness First Invasion.
Yeah.
And I was stalking Nathan a little bit on Instagram. Randomly, he was curling in the squat rack.
Obviously.
And,
what was I doing?
I was like, who's that tall? And we just got.
I was probably walking on a treadmill with
yeah,
hands up.
That was it. Hands up, towel over your head. And looking at your phone, 5-minute rest periods. And I think it wasn't. But yeah, we just got chatting. But I think one of the reasons I sort of stayed within the industry now, and I'm going to make you blush, but like chatting to Nathan, right, and you'll find this out, he's such a nice guy and genuine bloke. Okay, Nathan is blushing now, and it's not because I just sucked him off, right? I'm a tool, and I didn't learn after my lesson from episode 2 delete previous footage and actually create some space to film an episode. So,
right, where were we? So professional.
No, absolutely brilliant. Got chatting. I saw you at Body Power as well.
Yeah.
We had a bit of a chat then, and one of the things I admire about you was the fact that you're such a genuine bloke. You work fucking hard, and when you set yourself a goal, it's been a busy year for Nathan. You've had a hell of a year, but he's stayed focused and he's hit those targets. And that's what I found absolutely amazing. It's like so many people, everyone gets distracted. Like you say, life can turn up some real obstacles, but mate, you've blown it all away, mate. Absolutely blown it away.
Thank you.
So that's what I was going to say before I fucked it all up. So again, not only focus on your clients setting their targets. Take some time, set your own targets, and really focus on them, because things are going to jump up and they are going to get in your way. But you've got to sort of really keep the passion with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Just to be appreciated.
I think it also will inspire your guys. And I'm going to talking to the camera. It will inspire your clients as well, because if they can see you're putting in the work, it'll make them work harder. And that's why I love prepping and prepping people at the same time. Yeah, it can be tough, but if they can see you putting in the work, they know they got no excuses. Because if they're struggling after a bad day, but now you're going for the same thing, they got no excuses. So you see lots of coaches that don't do it, and you see some coaches that do it. But the way I do it, I know if I'm putting the work in, they got to be putting the work in, and it's inspiring for them. So
absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, mate. Well, it's been a hell of a year, and I'm like that. I've flipping actually done that, but mate, you've done so well, really well.
I love it. It is my life, and the ups and downs, it does come with it. And I always try, and if I have a bit of a bad point, it just makes me focus on training a little bit more. Obviously, everyone has ups and downs, and I had a bit of a bad period through the what was it? Not even that long ago.
Going up to Miami Pro, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then just let me focus on my training more. And if you've got something bad going in your life, just focus on your training. Go to the gym, get your head down, and just focus on you. And then let it inspire you to be better than you've ever been. And that's what I sort of done this year. And then I was up there, and then I had another bad point, and I was up there again. And that's the way you got to do it. So just let it inspire, and it will inspire other people.
Iron chin, mate. Iron chin.
You knock me down, mate. You knock me down.
And I think that's common through the industry, is that sort of a lot of PTs, there's that whole thing of like, there's argumentative percentages of how many, I've heard up to 90% of PTs sort of like dropping out in the first 6 months or so, because they take those knocks and they don't know how to get themselves back up and learn from those knocks and those mistakes.
It is a hard industry to be in, because everyone expects you to know everything, everyone expects you to be the gospel, and no one knows everything. You're always learning. Like you to take that, and I don't know the most. I certainly don't know the most, but you're always learning, and I'm always willing to learn, and I'm always willing to accept that I'm not going to be the best, but as long as I give it everything, that's all you can do, and people appreciate that.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's develop yourself, stay focused.
You can never stop learning.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
Enjoy the ride.
It is a hell of a ride, so enjoy it.
Yeah, and then I say with the whole development side of things, you know, I spend time, and then a lot of the PTs to sort of progress their careers are going to sort of have to keep learning, because I mean, you do your level 3 and then you're like, oh yeah, I know a fair bit, but there's so much more.
Yeah,
so
100%,
much more.
100%. And even the best of the best, now I admit, I think if you admit you've learned everything, you've lost it already. Like even the best of the best will admit they don't know everything, because there's always new content, there's always new ways of doing things. That's the great thing about the fitness industry. Look how much it's developed over the years.
Absolutely.
Like how have we progressed so much? Because you're always learning. There's always new ways to do it. So if you shut your mind off to it, you just cut yourself short.
Yeah, absolutely. So I spend sort of a lot of my time listening to podcasts, reading books, things like that to develop my knowledge. Where have you sort of like developed yourself from? Any pointers and tips you have
I started out when I was quite young, watching YouTube quite a lot. That is always good.
Right, if you can hear loads of background music, it's because we're in the cleaning cupboard and the speaker is just up there on the other side of the wall.
And it's hardcore, hardcore music, a bit of hardcore hip hop out there. But yeah, I used to sit on my bed for hours just watching YouTube. But more recently, like I said, podcasts really. I try and listen to a podcast every day. I don't read as much as I should do. I always stand and read, I just don't ever get around to it. My days are so long, I'm sort of up at sort of 5:30 when I get back to sort of 10. So the time to get to read, I know I should, but I don't. But I'm always up, and podcasts are one of those things in this. So many different types of podcasts, like obviously you've got your educational ones, but for me, I always love listening to a positive mindset, and like if you're up early and listen to a positive mindset podcast, that's a bit of a just puts you on a good step to start the day. And then before I try and get back to any of my clients, I always listen to that, and then you're positive then when you speak to your clients. So if you wake up in a bad mood and you speak to your clients next week, you'll be in a bad mood to them, which is not what you want. It's not going to be a good look for your business. So go out, a bit of cardio, a bit of power, listen to a good podcast, puts me in a good mood, and then I'm ready to start the day there.
So any podcast you can suggest, because we all want to know? What do you listen to now?
Obviously Jamie Alderton, you know Jamie, he's the first podcast I started listening to really, and he made a big difference. He was a person, probably not obviously a person, but through this podcast and through his great words, he's sort of given me the confidence to start my business in the fitness industry, because if you have that positive mindset, you feel like you can do anything. So he was the first one I listened to, and I still listen to his now. Educational wise, lifting bars is pretty good. More for my bodybuilding ego, I listen to the Size Game. It's always good because it's just a few like pros or amateur bodybuilders in the fitness industry. It's always good just listen to their side on it as well. And just lots of positive mindset ones there really. It's just keeps me in a good place. Even when times are tough, it just puts you in a good place for a day. So
pitch up.
Yeah, just start. Yeah,
anyway.
Definitely. 100%.
That and black coffee.
That and a big black coffee. A strong coffee, yeah. So and a bit of peanut butter.
I say that before bed. You can eat it when you're in bed then as well.
I didn't say that.
I brush my teeth.
But yeah, so those are probably the ones. Grenade Day is probably the one that made a big difference for me, and gave me that confidence and make that leap of faith and go for it in the fitness industry really, because it's so easy to be scared of failures and of humiliation, because you put yourself out there. Definitely, social media, you put yourself out there, and it took me a long time to make that big leap. I was probably been competing for 3-4 years, building up in the background, and it was only this year, like I said, I actually made the step, and it was through listening to podcasts and positive mindset. I was like, right, actually, fuck yeah, I'm going to do it, and just made that leap. So can't recommend it highly enough.
Right, well I think we're going to wrap it up there today. Thanks for watching On Point Physique. Nathan Smart, you've been absolutely awesome. I'm Nigel Batter, and thanks for watching and keeping yourself and your clients on point. Thanks for watching guys, cheers.
Awesome. Love that.